And
Howdy.
Rick, good evening. It's your turn.
Oh, well, howdy, everybody. I hope everyone is doing just fine this evening. We're back of course, we're here every week, but we're back with the D&D podcast, Piercing the Crystal Veil. We have all our players. We're finally able to get back on board. Um, I actually had the coronavirus for a while, just for some of you people out there, but it was not a big deal.
That's
I
why we're
was,
remote.
yeah, I know.
Because Rick had the vid.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
So, anyway, uh, we are Tabletop Nerdcast. We bring you Star Wars content. We bring you Genesis, L5R. Tonight's D&D, and we will delve back into it. There's also some business stuff that we actually are supposed to do, which I usually turn over to Percy or Mike because I never seem to get it right.
Sign up or we'll take your lunch money.
There you go.
No.
Just like
All right.
being back in the third grade.
Right? No, actually, guys, we appreciate you being around here. If you like what you see tonight, you like the RPG content, or you like any of the streaming content that's going on, please feel free to follow on Twitch or subscribe here on YouTube. And leave us some comments down below. We would love to hear from you, see what we're doing good, what else you'd like to see. So with that, Rick.
All right. So, I guess I'll give just a quick little recap. Right now, the party is at a place called the Heart of Morena, which is a giant tulip, crystal tulip, hundreds of feet across, in the land of Melanor. They were sent on a quest by the head, by the gardener, who is the head priestess of the Heart of Morena, to track down a necromancer and stop him from raiding a tomb. They went there, faced a number of crystal traps and obstacles, flaming skeletons, and the necromancer himself and his flesh golem, an army of skeletons. They were able to drive him off, but unfortunately they were not able to do what they were sent there to do completely, which was stop him from recovering an artifact. He, using some type of crystal technology, was able to teleport away with the glowing black crystal that was shining like the sun. And so they left there, came back to the Heart of Morena to tell Sensei, the gardener, what they accomplished. And she was proud of them, as a mother's always proud of her children, no matter what they bring home.
Ish.
Ish, yes. And they were kind of beat up. She healed them up some. Gave Kate a sleeping potion to get him to shut up. And sent Nevi off to sleep in the Rose Garden under the Heart, which was a crystal room made of roses. And told him to basically have to seek in the heart what he should do. She had a conversation with Morale Morale found out that she is the only Tabaxi in Melanor. It was a race that was wiped out 1,000 years ago during the First Crystal War. So no one's ever seen one in recent memory. She's familiar with them, and she was very surprised. And so she gave Morale a wand, which is basically catnip, which she was very pleased to obtain. And then she presented Nevi with a shield that she said came from the heart, as the wand did. It came from the heart. And it was a crystal shield, or actually it looks like a steel shield. Do you want to describe that for us, Nevi? You got the...
Let me pull that up real quick. It is... It's a very fine-looking shield. It's shaped slightly like a rose. The edges are bound by green-tinted thorns, and it looks to be made of a polished red steel. The front is covered by engravings of blue dragon scales with the ghostly image of storm clouds and lightning. When you look closely at the clouds, you realize they resemble a bear rearing back on its hind legs and roaring. But when I look at it closely, I notice that it's not steel and it's crystal instead.
So it's a crystal shield that basically to everybody else looks like a steel shield, shaped like a rose. She told you it has some special powers that will manifest themselves and that it will become a part of you, and it's alive in essence.
Yeah.
It will grow with you. And that's the same thing as Morale's wand. So we've woken up. This is the next morning. She's just presented the shield. So, Nevi, this is a fine gift that that the heart has given you. I hope you live up to and are worthy of such a treasure, and use it to further Morena's mission, if you will.
And what is that mission? Morena's not here, you said.
No,
I think
no.
it's strange that she's dropping shields on me.
Well, apparently, it is something that came from you. Everything, the things that Morena does come out of the heart of the person that interacts with her.
Interesting.
So this is something that you desire. You created this. And how it works will depend on you.
Well, then I'm very proud of myself.
I see. In what way?
If my heart was able to conjure something of this magnitude of craftiness and elegance, then I'm far better than I thought I was.
Oh, we all hope that we are. Is that not so?
Sort of. I kind of just existed until fairly recently.
So you feel like you are alive now.
In some new ways, yes.
And that is probably true. We all grow and change in the course of our lives. Morena can help you find that peace, at least your reflection in the heart of Morena. Many times, all it takes is for us to look in a mirror to see our true selves, or to see the selves that we no longer wish to share, to see. Perhaps that is something that each one of us will find in our journey. I detect many struggles amongst you. You are such an unusual group. What is it that binds you together? What has brought you together?
Accident.
I don't
To
believe.
be quite honest, I thought that Cade was funny, and that Morale was interesting, and Pan has just showed up since we got here. But we still barely know each other.
That is true. And the only one that I detect a real sense of peace in is Miss Morale.
Yes, I don't think that she knows much struggle, thankfully.
That could be.
Struggle?
Never
That
heard
could
of her.
be. No. But she may find that in this world there might be more trouble than she's used to. For I'm afraid, Miss Morale, but your God will not be able to follow you here. And I'm not sure that is something you are going to have to deal with. And you will have to find other means.
I still feel somewhat connected though through my crystal figurine.
Oh, through your little cat? Well, from
It
my
brings me comfort. It makes me feel like the cat god is still with me, and I almost think that this crystal figurine is the cat god.
I see. I have not sensed that, but I do not know much about gods anymore. So perhaps we will learn something. In my experience, that the connection with people's gods when they first come here fades over time, and the farther away they get from the past. So perhaps that will be so, or perhaps your crystal cat will carry you through. Time will tell, as with all of us.
Okay.
But I have something else that I must request of you. Since this necromancer escaped, and apparently with a very powerful artifact, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Curat heart. And we need to find him, and I don't think that your job is finished yet. I would like to send you to Centaur. Perhaps he can find the answers that I need.
Centaur a person or
Yes,
place?
yes. No, Centaur is a person. Um, he lives in a tower, oh, about a day's ride from here, and to the south. And he is a bit of a recluse. He does not like to be disturbed. I'm not sure the last time anybody spoke to him, but I really think that it is important that we speak to him now. And he's always curious, so my suggestion is that you travel south to his tower and that you convince him to speak with you and share with him all the information that you have and tell him that Sensei requires his assistance in this matter. That would be
This
great.
is for all of us or for morale?
This is for all of us.
I see.
I somehow, even though I sense a different path for each one of you, it seems like there's a congruence that has pulled you all together. And I don't know where it leads, but I think that for the time being, you share a destiny. So, is this something that you wish to do?
I feel like we
She-
should. We kind of failed at the job we were hired for. I don't know, I feel like it's the least we could do. But that's just me.
Well, that would be great. Well, I appreciate that. I technically didn't hire you.
Pause.
Time out. We're gonna have Tama log back in here momentarily, and now we've got to adjust the cameras.
Uh-oh.
No, you're fine.
My computer just kicked me off of it. My internet did.
Oh, lovely.
Oh no.
I think Christian is on a Zoom conference downstairs for his ROTC, and Jason is playing D&D in the next room.
Oh my!
We're taxing our internet.
I see. So is he doing Zoom for the D&D? How's he playing D&D?
I think he's doing Discord mostly.
Okay. Yeah, you said you didn't like that. Is that different than this, or is it about the same?
It's about the same. What it is the way it cuts kind of the sound. between people talking, and the pausing and the having to wait for other people to talk and stuff, it gives me a headache.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, that's
All right.
I think this one lets you talk right over each other. So.
It does. So we've got I've got my windows set back up. Percy, are you
Yeah,
good?
we're good.
All
Yeah.
right, Rick, it's on you. I will say though, the more that you're chatting, Rick, the more it is activating your microphone. It is picking up your fan a little bit more. I was trying to send you a message, so you may need to cut that before we get too deep into things.
We're not live right now.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we are.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're picking up all this.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh,
yay!
great.
This is technology, folks. This is how it works. This is what
Love
you got to
it.
do.
Okay. Glad.
All
I
right,
almost
there
asked
we
a dumb
go.
question then. I'm glad I didn't.
Feel free, ask away.
Yes, we love those.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad I asked.
well, Miss Pan, I appreciate your enthusiasm, and you did not fail. Sometimes, just because you do not succeed still does not mean that you failed. You accomplished something. So,
This work really is very strange.
why do you say that, Mr. Nevi?
Well, anytime I have not succeeded previously to today, it has been a failure, in fact.
But don't you learn more from your failures than your successes? Is that not in itself a success?
I
Some-
suppose philosophically it could be a success, but
I see.
it is a true fact that we let the necromancer leave with the item that we were supposed to not let him leave with.
We
know
didn't
it's
quite
fine.
let him. I wouldn't say we let. That's
Yeah, I
a
wouldn't
strong
say
word.
that. He kind of
Um,
got in and out before we ever even had a chance.
Yeah, we were kind of set back by a few things.
I see. But of course, there are things that we cannot overcome or foresee. But the journey is not done. You have merely begun.
So we're supposed to go south now?
Yes, is there anything else that I can be of service that you wish to do before you leave?
Think I'm.
Is it morning? What time of day is it right
It's
now?
morning. Yeah, basically
Okay.
all this is occurring right after she's given you the shield and everybody's just sitting around. They've kind of had some breakfast and
And what's the guy's name that we're going to find?
Centaphore.
Centaphore.
Thank you. You've been very generous.
Well, why, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for allowing the heart to touch you. You will not regret that. So, we will provide you with horses to speed you on your journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So, basically, the tiefling Croc will. You can see that he's preparing horses already, almost like she expected that you were gonna go. Now, you do have some horses that you recovered from the wagon and such. So, if nobody has anything else, then.
Nevi's gonna realize that Cade is not with us and go wake him up.
Okay.
We were just stream last night. What? We were talking to this lady, and I was telling her about the dude that we were going after, and he disappeared, and all the fireworks that were going on, and the next thing I remember, I just was sleeping.
Yeah, that was not a dream.
Oh.
Come on.
Okay, where are we doing? Where are we going?
We're heading south.
She's not gonna drug me again.
We are leaving her behind, in fact.
Okay, why are we going south?
We must talk to a man named Centerford.
Center Ford. Sounds like he owns a production line. But I digress.
I wonder what he's... Yeah, you do. Apparently, he has potentially some.
Ooh, that's new and shiny.
Oh,
He's pointing at
this
the shield.
yes, this old thing.
Old. Old? That's like taller than me.
Yes, apparently.
Can I borrow it?
Sure. What's your strength score?
13.
Yeah, I hand it to you, and it like almost immediately hits the floor.
Well, this is a bit awkward. Back to you.
Yes. The flower decided to give me this based on what my heart created.
And you guys think I'm the strange one. I'm not over here talking about flowers giving me shields. Okay, we're good.
Anyway, I'm sure that you can grab some breakfast on the way out, and we can be on our way. Centerford's place is a day's ride away, and they're providing us with horses to make it there quickly.
Oh, no goats?
No, you can ride with me if you want.
I should be okay. I can ride a horse. Just it's kind of high off the ground. Kind of scares me a bit.
It's a little high off the ground, yes, but fearless individual like yourself should be fine.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so y'all head out to the horses, and she is there, and she says, and she tells you, "Be safe." Nevi, I have given you this, and she holds up a little crystal, and she says, "This will guide you. You will be able to feel the direction you need to travel to find Centaur and to find his tower."
Oh, this is like a Melanorian GPS, I see.
Whatever that is, yes. A compass.
Yes, compass.
Guiding light when all other lights have failed. So she gives it to you, and she says, "May the heart forever burn brightly in your soul."
And also with you.
Okay. All right. So y'all take off?
Yep.
Okay. So y'all are riding along, and the day is going by, and you're heading off. It's taking you off basically into the hills, and there's no road. You're just basically traveling through the wilderness. There's scattered trees. There's really just scrub and hill country, but it's more of a rolling hills. It's not like Texas hill country. It's tall, rocky. They're more just low, rolling hills. And then it opens up into some plains. And as you're riding along, it gets to midday. You stop, have some lunch. And you make it. You're traveling along, and in the distance, you see a spot of blue, shining blue. And you're kind of in a plain now. There's not really many rolling hills. And again, just some scrub trees and shrubs. And you keep riding, and you see this bright, shining blue object in the distance. And it's really pretty far away, but the light is pretty sharp, and you're probably in late afternoon at this point. And as you ride up and approach, you get closer, you see what looks like a short, round tower made of blue crystal. And the sun is shining off of it, causing it to sparkle. It's probably about 30 feet tall, probably about 20 feet across, round, and it's surrounded by, it's sitting in a small round lake or pond.
It's in the middle of the lake?
It is right in the middle.
Is there any way to get to it without like swimming or taking a boat?
Um, no, it's basically it's a small round tower, and it's an azure blue, solid blue crystal, seamless. Um, you know, 15 to 20 feet around and 25 to 30 feet tall, and it's a 20-foot moat, basically, for lack of a better term, that runs completely around it.
Is there anything that's like looks like a ferry stop or a launching point on the shore around the lake?
Nope. It's just it's basically a perfectly circular 20-foot moat around this tower, and the water goes right up to the tower. So basically, it just looks like this blue crystal rod is sticking out of the water.
I hold out my compass crystal and see if it responds in any way to this.
No, it just, as you ride around it, it's pointing at this. This is where
Okay.
it's directed you to go.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know was like, is it pointing at the tower when I move it and all of that? So this seems like this is our destination point.
Yes.
Okay. I want to perceive the water, maybe dip my hand in it, see if like there's any kind of reaction. Or
I see.
It's cold.
It's icy cold,
Okay, icy
but
cold.
it's a nice hot day out.
Do we see any doors or anything on the face of the tower?
It's absolutely seamless. It's like just
No
one
doors.
nothing. Perfectly smooth, perfectly round. You can't really make out your reflection in it, but it's just a beautiful azure blue. I mean, it's really beautiful in its simplicity.
Odd.
I'd like to go touch the water.
Okay, it's cold.
That's it? Just cold. Nothing
It's-
happens?
No.
That's anticlimactic.
That's what I thought.
Look over at Nevi. Hey, you could throw me over there.
You think I can throw you 20 feet?
I'd like to see you try that. I want to see it happen.
Is there any land on the outside of the tower, or is it just tower to water?
Tower to water. It's coming right up out of the water.
Is the water very, very clear?
It's funny because the reflection of the blue of the tower seems to permeate the water, and you can't. No, it's not clear. You can't see down into it, but it almost looks like it would be incredibly deep, but just blue. So you don't see anything, but you can't tell whether it's because you can't see through the water or whether it's so deep that you just can't see anything. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out like a cup or a pot from like whatever cooking kit we have in the adventures pack.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna take a scoop of the water. Is it still blue when I scoop it out?
No.
Can I taste it?
Roll me a saving throw.
A strength saving throw? Great, I'll do that.
Constitution.
Okay.
Nice try.
Hey, he just said saving throw. I don't know what he
It's very heavy water. I need to pick it up.
I don't know what you're looking for. Okay. Constitution.
We'll go with an intelligence saving throw because apparently it may not have been the smartest thing in the world.
Is there any reason why we can't just call out Centerford?
No, it's no reason at all. Unless you don't have any more minutes.
All right. I got an 18.
Okay. It's icy cold water. And when you drink it, it gives you a little chill, like almost the brain freeze.
Yes. My brain is frozen. Be wary of this water.
Okay, I yell out, Centerford, are you here?
Okay, you don't.
Come from the heart of Morena. Am I yelling? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, no, that's
No,
good.
that's in character. That's morale. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. This is far too much energy for me to be exerting right
Pretty much.
now. Okay, but the water is clear when I bring it out in the cup
Yes.
and I drink it and it just tastes like water.
Yeah, and it's really cold, and for a second there, it's like, oh, but that's it.
Okay. I am gonna put my head in the water
Okay.
and try and open my eyes.
Okay. And um, you see blue. Um,
Okay.
you don't see anything when you look back towards shore. You see the edge of, the shore, basically the earth, and it looks like it just goes straight down, and you lose sight of it after about 10 feet.
I pull my head back. Ooh, that is very cold.
Bracing.
That is I can't see anything. Nothing down there.
Hey, and
I'd like to do an investigation potentially and see. And what I'm looking for is there a pathway or footprints that would lead to where, like a heavier traffic area that you would normally see, where like a drawbridge or something else would come down.
Okay.
So I want to see if there's something like that we can kind of focus our attention to.
That would probably be survival.
Well, that doesn't help anything. All right. That's okay. We'll try it anyway. That would be a 14.
A 14. You don't really see anything. You don't really see any evidence of foot traffic around this at all.
All right. Well, Cade, I do believe at this point that the most viable option is to toss you across.
Did anything happen when I called out?
You haven't gotten a response.
Okay.
And how persistent are you being? And
Well, I'm going to start caterwauling because we know he's there. The compass is there. He's supposed to be friendly, so
you're going to go full cat mode on him?
full cat mode.
Oh my gosh. You realize that is the most annoying sound in the world, right?
It's
There's
your
nothing-
I have seen Dumb and Dumber, and it did not sound like that.
Oh no. And it wasn't as annoying as when you hear cats, actually when they're fighting and they make that sound. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. So, okay, so everybody in your party needs to roll me a
You're
Wisdom-
welcome, guys.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, how could this go wrong? All right.
Right?
I got a 16.
16. Oh, you don't have to worry about it.
Oh.
18.
18. Okay. The caterwauling is annoying.
Oh. 18.
18. Okay.
I have a -1 to wisdom,
Oh my
Oh
god.
gosh.
so I rolled a 19.
Pan,
I rolled a 12.
a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. The hair on the back of your head is standing on end, and you are having trouble concentrating. You are trying to figure out how to problem solve this, and you're really having trouble concentrating because of this sound that is just
Uh-oh.
projecting out. And in the meantime, you see Cade and Nevi getting ready to toss Cade across the boat, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wait. I lied. I rolled a 15. I'm so sorry.
Oh, a 15? Okay.
Yes.
Then you're fine. It's a little annoying, but
Okay.
other than
Cool.
that,
Yeah, I was off by 3. My character sheet was not loading. I apologize.
oh, okay.
Okay, now make sure when you throw me, you're going to try and throw me to the top, because this isn't going to work if I'm just going to hit the wall and slide back down.
I have got a sneaking suspicion that your swimming should probably be on point currently.
Psh.
Okay, can I hear that caterwaul? Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm throwing Cade.
Roll me a strength. Check.
Before I
Athletics.
do,
Okay.
I pat him on the shoulder and I say, "It's all gonna be fine, buddy. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on him."
Okay.
And what do I need to roll on this strength check?
Roll me an athletics check.
Okay, athletics, which is just my strength because I don't have any athletic skill. Roll it up. That's not great. That's an 8.
An 8? Okay. Well, Cade turns to tell you something right when you're tossing him, and it causes you to lose your grip. And he kind of slips out of your hands, and he plunks into the water about 10 feet. Just big old splash.
Hey, that's further than I thought I'd get.
Ooh, that'll wake you up in the morning.
All right, so Cade, you are very cold.
And wet.
And clamoring
And
back for the
wet.
shoreline.
You're swimming back towards shore?
You're halfway there.
A rope around him or anything?
No,
No. We didn't
you're
think this
halfway
through.
there. You're halfway there already. Just get to the tower.
So Cade will get about 3/4 of the way back to the shore, and then listen to Nevi and turn around and swim all the way back.
Okay. All right. When Cade gets probably about 5 feet from the tower, and he gets right up to the tower and puts his hands, you're trying to stay afloat. You feel something get a hold of you. And you see Cade kind of lift it up in the air. It's like these arms of water lift him up into the air and start bringing him back towards shore, and then they toss him.
Now,
Remember,
is
the whole
this an
time this is
attack?
going on, in my head, I'm hearing the Great American Hero theme.
Is this an attack, Rick?
Is it an attack? Not really.
Okay. It's like
He's
a
not-
lair.
He's not being injured.
It's more like a
returning
lair
to the
ability.
form he was given.
I'm asking because if it's like an attack by a creature, then he has to make a wisdom save.
Exactly.
first.
Yes.
Because I did sanctuary. That's why. Because I like nobody can see. Maybe there's like sharks in there. I don't know.
No, that was a good spell. But
For
anyway,
sure.
he tosses him towards shore, but he doesn't quite make it to shore. He ends up splashing about 3 feet from shore and basically hits the edge. Roll me an athletics check.
Alrighty. That one.
Roll for concussion.
Sort of, yes.
Is it an athletics or is it an acrobatics to try and like regain control and composure?
I'll let you do either one.
All right, I'm gonna do an acrobatics because this is a little bit more of a. He's trying to right himself. Well, that's not gonna do it very well. That would be an 8.
An 8. All right. You hit the shoreline
With
for
my
four
face.
for 4 points of damage.
All right, that's lovely.
And you are basically right at Nevi's feet. And he's not unconscious, but he seems to be stunned for a second.
Yeah, I'll pull him out of the water.
What is that sound? What is that sound? And you hear this voice resonating out, and you don't have any idea. Well, it appears to be coming from the direction of the tower, but you don't know where. Make it stop!
I will make it stop. I'm Roush.
What do you want?
Over my Caterpillar.
Look, Navi, if I've taught you anything, it's the cream. He pulls out a little jar of cream.
So that's what you have, is you've got a whole backpack full of, like a bandolier with little jars of little vials of cream.
He's a rogue. He's got vials of little of everything. Just wait until the chicken foot comes out.
What is that? Why are you disturbing me?
Well, to be honest, we're trying to get your attention.
Well, you got my attention. Now go away.
We can't. You see, we are. Morena gave me a fancy weird shield, and we're trying to figure out why.
That's not my problem. Go
So it's not
away.
really a problem.
No, no.
Sentry
I think we need
said you'd be interested.
census center.
Census. whoever.
Census Centus, which is kind of a mouthful, but
If you can say that 5 times, I'll let you
Census
in.
Center, Census Center, Census Center, Census Center, Census Centus.
What
Now
she
let
said.
us in.
Okay, now I want to know about Centa's placenta.
I don't.
That's not what
wanna
I
know
agreed
about-
to.
You want to know about what now?
I don't have time for this. I'm doing important work. You must leave me be. You must leave me alone.
We're trying to find a cure at heart.
Well, don't look here.
It was
Goodbye.
taken by a necromancer. We were told you might have information.
Well, I don't. I have no information on that. Who told you that?
Census. We told you. Census sent us.
It's a really nice lady that she gave me
We
the
said
soup.
it 5 times, in fact, and you
I said it
you'd let
5
us
times fast.
in. You said.
I didn't say when.
Fair enough. It looks like we have not defeated the tongue twister puzzle just yet.
Okay, no more cream for you.
Stop that noise.
I'll stop
I
you
don't
up
have-
then.
I don't have time for this.
Meow.
You're very annoying. You know you're very annoying. What?
Yes, we actually do know that about ourselves. That's
Quite
kind of,
aware. Thank
That's
you.
our whole thing, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can't.
It's kind of a comfort zone.
It's like an old pair of shoes.
If you don't let us in, I'll start wailing with her.
I don't care. Goodbye. You see, it's like an iris starting to open on the side of the wall, right above the water.
That's what I thought.
And a crystal plank starts extending out from the bottom of the iris all the way across. And a yellow crystal man comes walking out. And he stands in the center. I am very sorry for my master's rudeness. He does not like seeing people. We have not been disturbed for some time now. But my name is Zacharet, and I welcome you. I don't think he will let you in, but I will.
Well, thank you.
Perhaps you could come in and I could give you some refreshments. Perhaps he will see you. Perhaps he will not. But I will not make you stand out here in the cold, especially if Census sent you.
Let me make sure.
We appreciate that.
The
What was
soup
the
is
name?
not going to put me to sleep like last time.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir, but
Okay, deal.
okay. And you can see he's looking at you, Morale. Even though the eyes are real hard to make out in this guy because he's all crystal, you can just tell that he's studying you. And he says, and he turns and he says, "Please follow me." And he walks back into the iris that's opened up in the side of the tower.
I follow him.
Okay,
What was his name again?
Zacharat.
Zachariah.
And when you walk into the tower, you see it's bigger on the inside than it was on the outside.
Yes, it is.
It's probably about 30-foot circle. You see most of the furniture all the furniture is made of crystal. There's tables, dressers on the side of the wall with crystal chalices and just different kind of knickknacks, ornamentations, mountains. There is not any, there's a faint illumination everywhere, so everything is evenly lit, but you don't really see where the light is coming from. The ceiling's probably about 10 foot up, and it's totally seamless. There's no doors, no windows. There's a couch, chairs, and he just says, make yourself at home, and I will see what I can get you. Do you have any requests?
Just need information.
Bacon.
Bacon. So you need information on bacon.
No,
No.
we bacon
No, but
to
I'd take some
consume.
bacon too.
Oh, I see.
Cream.
Cream.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. I will be right back. And
Large sea
It will-
bass.
sea bass. I was not expecting these kind of requests. Usually people just ask for a glass of wine and some cheese, but
That'll work
okay.
too.
Well, if wine's on the table,
No, there's no wine out on the table, but I can bring some for you. And
yes, please. Thank you.
okay, absolutely. And cream, we might be able to accommodate you. I will be right back. And he walks towards the wall and walks right through the wall.
Is he a shard mind?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. So he's kind of like that blue fella. Now, Pan, you weren't there for this one, but the blue guy that came out and helped kill the giants on the way in. I wonder if they have like. I just kind of assumed it was like dragons, like when you saw one of them blue crystal people that they were kind of super powerful, but maybe they kind of vary in ability. You know, maybe this one's not so strong, or if he is strong, then Cineford must be just incredibly powerful.
Or maybe he has a completely different skill set.
Yeah, maybe he's very smart. That would be a balance to my whole thing.
Okay, so y'all just going to hang out?
Making
Is
myself comfortable. Is there
I mean-
a sunbeam shining anywhere in the room?
Nah, nothing, no direct light, just very even illumination, slight on the blue scale, obviously. You sit down on the crystal couch, which looks solid, but when you sit down, it seems to conform to your body and is actually very comfortable. And when you shift around on it, because I know you will, and try to, find the best spot, it seems like no matter which way you shift, it's the best spot. That doesn't work so well. But
I'm doing like a cat does to get ready to go to sleep. I'm
okay.
making my nest.
There you go. You can't. You notice that you don't. Your claws don't cut into it at all. They, appear almost to not really scratch it, but when your claws go down, it opens up like for your claws. It indents and then closes right back up. A few minutes later, he comes walking back, and Zekarat comes walking back in, and he's got some crystal trays, and he comes walking through the wall, and he has a large bowl, and he has a decanter with 3 goblets, and he has basically, it's a tray full of different kinds of meats. It looks like your standard party tray with some cheese and some meats, and you can tell some of it smells like bacon. Doesn't look exactly like you expect bacon to look like, but it smells like bacon.
Is it Canadian bacon?
It's Melanor bacon, actually.
Not
I know.
really.
I'd always wonder, why do they call that bacon? That's not bacon.
It's not bacon,
No. They're trying to fool you.
right?
Trying to lure them damn Canucks, trying to lure you in, making you think it's bacon, and it's not bacon. Just give me spam, okay?
Well, I mean, it's ham, which is I feel just as good.
No. Go. All of a sudden, you notice yourself teleported out of the tower.
So
Pause,
on that
pause
statement,
the D&D.
on that statement, we just
conversation
lost
with
half
that.
of our followers.
So sorry.
And we lost the other half when Rick said Canucks.
Ah! Hey, my best friend was a Canadian. Thank you very much. When I was growing up, yep, big old Wisconsin type guy. I mean, 6'2", 5, long blonde hair. He was Nordic, but anyway, good friend. So I hadn't thought about him in a long time. So anyway, Zachariah comes walking back in and he sets the trays down and he says, here you go. I hope you enjoy. And I was able to procure you some cream, my dear. And no, I will leave the questions to Centaur. Enjoy. I will see what I can do about getting you an audience. And,
Wait, what does Centaur do? Can you answer us that? What
does he do?
What is so important to him?
He studies.
What is he studying right now?
What is he studying right now? Well, he is studying how the great crystal city of Riornia was destroyed. It was.
I got nothing.
He's been studying it for about 100 years. He thinks he's close, but he's thought that for quite some time now.
Is Centaur like you? Is he also a crystal feller?
No.
What
No.
is he?
He is an elf, if that is the question you're asking.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm asking.
Yes. He is an elf.
And he studies
Yes.
this city that was destroyed. How long ago?
Oh, it was almost 1,000 years ago.
So is that before the time of this Great Crystal War?
No, it was during the Crystal War.
I see. And how old is Centaur?
Oh, Centaur is. That is a question that if he wishes to answer, he will answer for you.
Do you know his favorite color?
Blue.
Oh, I probably could have guessed that one. But do you think that he will talk to us? I mean, we've got kind of a unique situation trying to get this artifact back and
Artifact back. Yes, tell me what you know. Maybe I can use that to help persuade him.
Okay, do you want to do the recap?
No!
Cade's got it under control.
Oh,
In 1 or 2 sentences.
Hey, Cade, they can be run-on sentences. We don't know grammar too good.
I didn't tell you when I would let you in.
necromancer bad. Crystal staff disappeared. We need help.
And it's
Pretty good.
don't
It's
forget to mention the Curat heart. I feel like that's a little bit important.
What is that? I know that word has been mentioned several times, but
Well, supposedly it's a source of extreme power. Isn't that what she told us?
That's what she said.
what's a curat?
Don't ask me.
I'm asking the Crystal Man. He seems to know a lot of things. What's a curat?
A curat forms in a crystal node. It is when life. It was the first crystal life that formed here, and it forms, and it basically just protects the crystal node. It is not truly. Yes.
So a curat is like a protector of some of these living crystals?
Yes, it is a humanoid, very large, almost giant-sized, and it forms from the energy of the crystal node. It produced life, and then after that, we will form, and that we form from the energy, and some of us are like you see myself, and some of us are not. Some of us are truly sentient, and some of us are not.
So it's a baby.
So curat is a protector of crystal life. What would it take to destroy a Curat?
They're not easily destroyed. They
I
don't ever
assume
leave. They never go far from the crystal node that formed them. They are bound to it. Shard minds, like myself, can travel anywhere we wish. We are not bound. And our hearts are sources of power. I would not be telling you this, except I have been able to ascertain that your motives are pure. I've also been able to ascertain that you have a radiance about you that is not natural here.
Oh, that's because we're not from here.
I see. I was wondering if that was, but he washed himself in the waters, so I figured he was clean. Speaking of which, yeah, you are dripping on my floor. Let me fix that. And you can see he pauses for a second, and then y'all can see the water seem to just almost be vacuumed out of him, and and some of you can feel it darting past you and spraying off you. And Morale, you don't care for that too much, as the
That's
water.
a neat party trick.
Waterbender?
Yeah, maybe. And it basically disappears into the wall and is gone. Yes, so you are not from here. Where are you from?
Who,
We're
me?
from Faerun,
Faerun, I do not know of this.
the land
Faerun.
that's connected to
Across the
Melanor.
mountain passes.
I do not know of this that which you speak.
You don't. You're
Our world?
The what?
A chunk of your world fell into a chunk of our world?
I see.
So Cineford is a master researcher sage, and he doesn't know that for the past like 7-8 years, another plane of existence has been directly connected to yours.
I cannot tell you if he knows that or not.
You don't know it.
No, I do not.
Okay, so yeah,
We-
we're from a different plane of existence.
As I've said, we have not had too much contact in quite some time, which also is one of the reasons I let you in. That Census actually sent you here to seek our counsel, or actually not my counsel, but Centaur's counsel. That is most unusual. And so I felt that it was necessary to allow you entrance. So, yes, it's very unusual. And Grenlac, I thought that you were all gone.
Who, what now?
He is speaking to you.
You, Miss
She prefers cat
Morale.
people.
Morale.
I thought the Grenlac were gone.
Cat
Who, what?
people.
The Grenlac.
Tabaxi.
Cat people.
Achoo.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You get a
No.
1d4.
So in our plane of existence, the Tabaxi thrive.
I see. That is good to know. When did you first start thriving?
I don't know.
Because we don't know where the Grenlac went. Perhaps they went to your world.
Perhaps.
Very interesting. I think I know what to say. I will seek your audience now. So
We
he,
appreciate it.
you're welcome, most kind one. And he walks back into the wall and disappears.
I wish I could walk through walls like that.
Pretty cool.
Have you tried?
There's a
I could. I'm gonna, I guess, run into the wall. No, it doesn't
Now,
work.
now who's cave?
She doesn't walk into the wall. I'm gonna run into the wall. I've seen this movie before.
Maybe not like a run, but like a shoulder bump, kind of see if it works. No,
Okay.
no luck.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it just feels smooth and cool to the touch.
Maybe you should try with your head.
I'll take it.
That's a good idea.
Why don't you try it with your head?
Ah, nope. already got enough.
Is there
Dave
anything
Ramage.
that looks ancient and harmful?
What, here?
Yeah.
In the room? You get the feeling that everything's probably ancient. Harmful? You don't know. I mean, you could try picking up some of the crystal goblets, or there's a crystal horse statue rearing back on one of the tables.
Is it about the right size for Cade?
We won't know unless you try.
There is a goat.
What?
All right, I'm all about the goat. I got to be over there by the goat.
It's only about that big, but
That's
it's
okay.
exquisitely done.
He'll be picking it up and holding it, turning it around, checking it out. He's entertained.
Okay. So,
How much time passes?
probably about an hour.
Okay, I'm taking a cat nap.
Okay.
Yeah, is there another of these couches that conforms to our bodies?
Yeah, there's a few of them around the room.
Yeah, I take a nap as well.
Y'all are feeling comfortable, huh? And he did not drug your wine, okay? Just so you know. But the cream was very good, and it was chilled too. It was just,
Very good. High quality. Not
so
that milk from the garden.
kind of almond whatever milk that they tried to pass off as cream. Yeah. So a little while later, you see a door opens in one wall. Actually, it's all one wall, but in one of a spot on the wall, a door opens.
A
And you
separate
see
spot?
stairs. Huh?
A separate spot?
Yes. Yeah, the door, the iris that you walked in closed behind you. I guess I never.
I mean, like the area where the guy was walking through the wall.
No, it's a different spot.
Okay.
You notice when the guy walked through the wall, he didn't walk through the same spot. He just kind of walked through, the wall. And when he came out, it was actually even a different spot than where he walked in.
Okay.
So a door opens and there's stairs leading up. And you hear Zachariah say, he has agreed to see you. Just follow the stairs.
All right, sounds simple enough. Starts trudging
Yep.
up the stairs.
I'm asleep.
We'll wake you up. Spray her with a squirt gun.
No blessing for you.
No blessings in your world.
If I feel you guys.
All right. So y'all are walking up and it curves. Okay. The stairs seem to curve up like you are literally going up around the outside of a tower. It's probably about, 10, probably, 5 foot. So you're having to walk single file and you walk up to the top and it's just a wall.
Cade will knock.
And when you knock, your fist goes right through the wall.
Cade, you made it work!
Cade sticks
Push
his
him.
head through.
I push him.
Okay. Cade goes tumbling into a large circular room that is just covered in junk. Okay. You'd say junk loosely because it's mostly all crystal stuff. And as you walk in, it appears to be a very large study, about 30 foot, and an ancient elf sits at a desk with long silver white hair flowing over his light blue robe. The entire area the desk is covered in books and scrolls. Something that's rather unusual is that there is a gold crystal, appears to be embedded in the center of his forehead. The room is a polygon, which is 12-sided, and it's
all made of blue crystal. And as you look at it, you can see ghostly purple images seem to fade in and out across the walls. They're kind of distorted and fuzzy, so you can't really make out what they are. There's bookshelves running around the walls too, and they're just books and books and books. Many crystal tables. On the crystal tables, you'll see various colored crystals in different sizes. Some are kind of in candle holders that almost are like a tripod or a triangle. And there's different crystals and different colored crystals in each one. And when you see one of those, there seems to be energy. You can almost see energy emanating between the crystals. You see little knickknacks and statues, kind of like you saw down below, trees, some dragons, animals, all different kinds of things. You see a musical instrument that we would think looked sort of like a cello, about that size, made out of solid crystal. But it's a crystal wood. And you really haven't seen anything like it. Pan has seen this type of crystal wood with the Bargazeres at different times. Okay, so she's familiar with it, but y'all really haven't seen anything like it. And it is a stringed instrument, and it's on a stand. You do notice that one wall has a large window that looks out on some mountains. And 3 of the walls have a large crystal embedded in the center of each one. One is blue, one is purple, and one is yellow. And they glow with an intense light that just seems to radiate out into the walls. But even though the light is very bright and intense, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't seem, your mind is saying this is a very bright light, but normally you'd like shield your eyes. It doesn't bother you at all. And you can look right at it and it doesn't seem to bother you. You also notice in one corner, there looks like the remains of a giant crystal spider. And it's not all there, they're just parts of it. And the elf is sitting there and he's, what do you want? What? Why did you come and disturb me? And where did you come from? And he's looking right at you, Morale.
Downstairs?
Oh, that's very funny. That's very, very funny.
Didn't your I can't remember his name. Good night. I'm so bad
Zechariah?
at this.
Zachariah.
Yeah, Zechariah. Didn't he kind of relay the information about us to you?
Oh, he was saying something. But then he said a Grenlack was in here, and I see that he was telling me the truth. And
Not a Grenlack.
okay, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck, right?
Wait, you have ducks here, but not tabaxi? Hold on.
I don't know what a tabaxi is.
That is
No,
what she
no.
is.
That's what she is.
No, they use car share. They don't use tabaxis here.
Between you and Mike, Nevi's going to jump off the top of this tower.
Good luck getting there.
Hey, Mike's holding off.
So,
There's
no,
so much
I mean-
comic relief that could happen at the moment.
Oh my God, no. You also would notice too that there is a very large crystal sword sitting in a sword stand, basically, like a couple of feet from where Centaur, or you assume is Centaur.
Yeah, that's right. Are you Centaur?
Here I am. I am.
Are you? Because our DM was just very cryptic about whether or not you were in fact Centaur.
Oh, well, I don't know what your DM is telling you, but I want to know about the Grenlack. I let you up here so I could see the Grenlack. I've never seen a Grenlack.
Well, this
I've read
lady,
about you.
this lady from the giant mushroom that looked like a crystal sent us here and
Tulip.
said we were supposed to ask you a bunch of questions about a staff and a necromancer and some crystal, and it's apparently a baby of some sort, and it grows up to be crystal dudes. I don't know.
Curat?
I don't quite think that was it.
Okay.
No,
Somebody
I
makes sense.
like his version.
That's one way to tell it. Mm.
century census
Census.
sent us
Census centers.
Be-
Well, why'd you
Because,
send you here?
because
She
the
knows I
heart,
don't like to be disturbed.
because the heart of Morena has given us gifts, and
What? Why does that matter to me? Why are you disturbing me? I'm important
To be-
work. I'm on a breakthrough here.
to be quite honest, I'm kind of frustrated with Census for sending me here as well.
Well, okay, then go back and tell her. And,
We're on a similar page here, but she said something about how because we came from a different space and maybe Morena's talking to us in some way, maybe you'd be able to help us kind of figure out this whole destiny thing that we got going on.
different space, destiny. What are you talking about? I want to know about the Grenlac. Where did you come from? How long have you been alive?
Character sheet, save me.
Yeah.
Let's say I have it somewhere, but it's not here. 26. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're not old enough to. The Great Disappearance.
Okay.
38. Sorry, 38.
38. So. Okay. So you're not left over from the Great Disappearance. Who are your parents? Where did they live? How did you survive?
Cream?
Well,
Where do you want me to begin?
How did you survive?
I was born at a farm, and
And your parents were Gredlacs too?
they were tabaxis, and I had 7 brothers and sisters, and I was the smallest one. I was the runt of the litter, and my family gave me at an early age to the cat gods acolytes, be an acolyte, and I grew up in the church. And
Okay, this is very boring.
You're welcome.
I don't need all that information. I'm trying to discover. One second.
here's the hey,
And he walks over to a box.
Cineford.
What?
Cineford.
What? And he's over at a crystal box and he's fumbling with it. What?
I'm gathering that you did not listen to Zekarat when he told you that we are from a different plane of existence.
Oh, you are.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Where we are from, Tabaxi just kind of exist. I'm pretty sure that they believe the world was created for them.
I see. Well, that's consistent.
As
So
far
what
back
I'm
as
saying is,
I remember.
when you ask, like, where'd you come from? How did you get there? Well, she was just born like any other person in Faerun.
I see.
Just like I was born, just like Cade here was born, just like Pan was born, and just like you were born however many 100 years ago it was.
Okay. And he gets the box open and says, I'll
There's
tell
no-
you something in here. And he pulls out what looks like a crystal tuning fork. And he walks over and he says, "No, I'll get this figured out. I'll solve this problem here." And he walks over to Morale and he taps the fork. And this won't hurt. I promise. It won't hurt. And he touches it. No. It's okay. It's okay. And you can hear it humming. And he puts it up to you, and you can see he's kind of listening. It's very odd. It's a very distinct sound.
Do I like it?
Do you like the sound? It's not annoying. It is pleasant.
I start crying.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all are not from here.
No.
No.
You have a different radiant signature. You're from another plane. Another plane, you say? Okay.
At this point, Cade looks over at Nevi and goes, "No wonder it's taken him 100 years to get this answer."
Okay.
Well, you're definitely. And he takes the fork and he starts lowering it down, and it's changing tone, and he's pointing it at your pocket.
What is that? What is that? What is that in your pocket?
Do I realize he's pointing at my pocket? I guess he
Yeah.
said pocket. So
He's just happy to see you.
Oh yeah, you can't even see my hand. He's pointing at He's pointing it at Morale's pocket.
I'd say, oh, just my personal things.
There's something in there that. Oh no, it can't be. Oh. And he goes over to his box and he shoves it aside and he goes to another table and grabs another box and he opens it up and he pulls out a different colored tuning fork and he comes walking over and he goes, oh, no. And he taps it and. Oh, what is in your pocket? What is in your pocket? I will answer your questions if you show me what's in your pocket.
Why? Why does it matter what's in my pocket? It's my personal stuff.
Because it's a missing piece. It's a piece to a puzzle. I don't know, but I can tell. Do you know what's in your pocket?
Yes, I know what's in my pocket. Of course I know what's in my pocket. It's my pocket.
Famous person once asked someone very bad a riddle. What is in my pocket? And I'm asking you the same thing.
I think he was probably more misunderstood than he was bad.
Perhaps. Aren't we all?
His road led him to somewhere a little bit darker than mine and yours, sure.
He was
It's
just driven.
just, yeah, misled by the wrong influence.
You
Exactly.
guys, I don't want to show him what's in my pocket. Are y'all going to encourage me to show him, or are y'all going to just sit there and watch the exchange? And
Well, Mrau, is it something deeply private? We do need information.
my precious,
You're precious.
my precious.
Aha, I knew it was something to do
Understand.
with what's in your pocket. I need to know. Don't you want to know? I could possibly answer questions. You don't know I don't think you know what you have in your pocket.
I have my precious in my pocket. If I take it out, you have to promise not to touch it.
That's a hard one. That was not intentional.
I'm out.
I promise that was not intentional.
I'm done.
That's what she said. Oh, boy.
I was waiting on that.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Can we take a break? I need some water.
It's probably a good time to take a break. Let's come back and we'll decide. And we'll see whether Centaur gets to see Morale's precious.
Let's see if we can salvage this debacle.
All right. Facebook, we'll see y'all in a little bit.
All right,
All right,
Twitch. We'll
right
see you in a
here.
minute.
Action.
All right, welcome back. Okay. Centaphore is trying to see Morale's precious. Please, I need to
And get
see
his
it.
hands on it, from what I understand.
What is in your pocket? I know. I will tell you. I will tell you what you need to know. Just let me see what's in your pocket, please.
I take a step back, and it's very private and personal to me.
So Cade's gonna step in between at this moment, between Morale and Centaphore, and he's gonna look back at Morale, look up at Centaphore and go, and then back over at Nevi and go, well, it's okay. He doesn't know crap. And turn around and start walking towards the stairs again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're probably right. He probably doesn't know a whole lot about anything in this world. He's been sitting in this tower for so long, he probably can't even figure it out.
100 years of not getting a question answered.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's. I mean, that doesn't matter. That's not as important as what she has. You came here for questions, to answer questions. I will answer your questions, but you have to answer mine first. I let you into my tower.
Who's the necromancer? Where can we find him?
I don't know who the necromancer is.
See, told you, he doesn't know crap.
There are plenty of necromancers. You have to be more specific.
The one that broke into the tomb that we were at, he used he had
Kate, he doesn't even know that there's another plane of existence attached to this one. I'm sure he doesn't know what happened yesterday.
The world, it pops around. We interact with other planes of existence. It's not unusual. I don't keep track of them all because...
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Ours is not the first world that yours has crashed into and ravaged.
I don't know what you mean by ravaged, but yes, we've had connections with other worlds. But
when your world collided with our world, many living beings were sucked up into the collision, including my wife.
Sorry about that. Truly,
Are
I
you?
am.
Because it seems like you're mostly here to be self-serving.
Well, I have important
You've
work
been
to
trying
do.
to answer the same question for 100 years that nobody cares about because it happened 1,000 years ago.
It's
You're
very
not going to
important.
get anywhere here.
We have to stay on top of this stuff.
Stay on top of it. You're 1,000 years late.
The Voltar will return. I
Who
know
are
they
the
will return.
Okay, now we're making progress. Who are the Voltar?
The Voltar. They were the Tieflings in the war, the Great War. They were that's what they called themselves. They were the devils and the Tieflings and the. I mean, what? I mean,
Now, hang on.
you're right. That
Now,
happened a long time ago.
This teeth.
What is
this,
that?
this
Is that
necromancer.
Do you have it out of your pocket?
The necromancer that
I
we
put my
fought.
tuning fork up against it.
Now, the necromancer that we fought was a tiefling, and he was raiding a tiefling tomb, probably from one of these powerful Voltaire.
Really? Well, why didn't
Yes.
you say so?
And he captured a crystal heart from one of these Karats.
A Curat heart.
Kurat heart, yes.
So you're saying a necromancer raided a tomb and stole the Curat heart from the tomb?
Yes.
This just happened?
Yeah.
Yesterday, yes.
Oh my gosh. I knew these were going to start happening. I knew this.
Why? Is this connected to your research? Maybe we can help you.
I see. Well, do you have anything? Do you have anything from this? Any evidence? Any kind of information that you could give me that I could use?
As a matter of fact, I believe we took some of the broken crystals that were used to open the tomb.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me see them.
I think Cade has them.
Are they in his pocket? Can I see what's in your pocket?
He pulls out a chicken foot. He pulls out. No, I'm joking.
Heck is that? Okay.
Random stuff starts coming out until eventually he gets to these broken shards of crystal, and he goes, "Yeah, these are it."
And he holds out his hand and he looks at him and he says, "Very interesting." And he kind of puts, and he moves over to a table and he plops him down on the table, and you can see him hunched over, and he opening up a box and he pulls out another one of these tuning forks. This time he pulls out a little bowl and he drops the crystals into the bowl and he taps the tuning fork and he touches it to the bowl, and you can see it changing colors, and he's mumbling to himself in a language that you don't recognize. And he turns around and he says, "These are some sort of binding crystal. I haven't seen this kind of crystal technology in a long."
Well, it's what was
Long
used
time.
to, I'm assuming, seal the tomb, and
Where did
these
you-
were broken in order to open it.
Now, this is what you pulled. This was what you pulled out of the skeleton, right? This was the heart.
This should be the
Yes.
skeleton that was
Yeah.
a spellcaster.
So these came out of a skeleton. And it was the heart. This is the remains of the heart.
Yes.
That skeleton was bound to something, and this released that bind. And when it was broken, what happened to the skeleton when the heart was removed?
The spirit
I
of the
believe that we beat the skeleton before we removed the heart.
Okay, and then he disappeared. The skeleton turned into dust.
Yes.
I see. Do you have? Okay, so tell me more. Tell me more about this.
There was also a skeleton minotaur.
Okay. And
And,
this tomb was near here?
It's about half a day's ride north of here, I believe, if my geography is correct.
And the same,
Okay.
there was a mural on the front wall when we first walked in there, and it had this like scepter that had this blue crystal on it. And when we got to the very end and we were fighting this necromancer, he had the same scepter.
What does the
Except,
scepter look like? Can you draw me a picture?
oh, I could draw you a picture. I don't even know what I need to roll on that one anymore.
I think
Well,
you just need to draw the picture.
Actually, do I still have the old picture that I showed the other person? That's probably a better question.
Yeah, if you wanted to keep it.
I'll fumble through my fanny pack until I find it and pull it
It's
out.
a fanny pack.
Any back.
Well, it's a backpack for me.
Fair.
Oh. And this was in a necromancer's tomb, you say. Okay. And he goes over and he's looking at it, and he goes over and he's fumbling, looking through his bookshelves, and he pulls down a book. Looks like it's a very old book. And he starts flipping through it. And he shows it to you, and there's a picture that looks almost exactly what you saw on the mural. Very similar. You can see that the figure looks very much, and he's holding this scepter, but in that there's armies. Basically, you see skeletal armies, and there's a big battle going on.
And that was not in the mural at
No.
the tomb? Okay.
No, in the tomb, everyone was worshiping him, basically.
Oh. Yeah,
Well,
this is a slightly different.
This would be the Rod of Black Marrow. And
Excuse me.
you say he took this out of the tomb, and then where did he go?
Through a portal.
Through a portal?
Yeah, he teleported.
I see.
He left us very suddenly and without a measured means of exfil.
So he just cast a teleport spell.
Yeah, probably.
Do y'all remember what happened? He pulled
No.
out a black crystal.
Oh
and
yeah, he smashed a crystal on the ground and poof.
he smashed a crystal. Okay, you have that. Where's that crystal dust?
In the tomb.
You didn't bring any?
I could
You
check my
still-
pockets, but I don't think so.
You
Here's
saved
the other
this?
part.
The DM told you not to. No, go ahead.
Here's the part of us being from a different world where we don't know what to do with crystal stuff.
I see.
And nobody told us, and they just said, go stop the necromancer. And we're like, okay, all right, I guess.
Because if I had some of that crystal, I could possibly figure out by the signature where he went to. I need that crystal. I need that crystal. I need to find out. We need to find out where that rod is that he's got.
Hey, draw him a map on how to get to that tomb.
No, I will go and get you some of that crystal dust.
No.
Okay. But now I've answered your questions. And he points at Morale. Now show me what's in your pocket.
What?
It's a gift from Marina. Nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, a sleeping
You
key.
would.
Oh my.
Did you have that before or after our game started?
No, I went and got it at the break.
That's very cool. Oh my! And you can see his eyes light up. I didn't know any of these still existed. I believe. Oh! And of course he has to go.
Well,
grab
you
a little
didn't know
tuning
any of
fork.
those existed either.
No, I know. I'm so glad I let you in.
Pardon? I believe your crystal boy let us in.
Oh yeah, whatever. And
Throw him a ring.
he goes and he grabs it and he says, "Oh my God, it's a Grinzerat! It is a Grinzerat! How did it survive? And this thing is over 1,000 years old. But there's something else. There's a life energy in here. Did you know there's a life energy in here? You knew that?
Yes.
And he holds the fork up to you. It's the same life signature. There's
What?
There's a Grenlac in there. Oh my.
But that one walks on 4 legs.
I don't know what to tell you, but there is a Grenlac life energy in there. And this was a Curat heart. I don't know how it was turned into a Grenzerat. In Brandspar, the Glennispars would make fantastic statues out of crystal, little statuettes. But their crystal that came out of Brandspar didn't last long, so they would last. None of them have survived till now, except this one. But this was not made out of the normal crystal. This was made out of Curat heart. I have no idea how it was done. And how there's a life energy in there. Can I study this? Can you leave this with me so I can, please?
No.
It would mean a lot.
It is back in my pocket.
Well, see, the last thing you were trying to study took a
Yeah,
really
100
long
years.
time. So I don't think she wants to leave it here for a really long time.
Okay. What I will tell you, it is very important that you go get me some of that crystal.
I'll leave immediately. I'll
That is
rest, eat some
fantastic.
food, and I'll head out.
Great. So we get more fireballs coming down the hallway.
Well, we killed that one already.
All right, and bring it back to me, and I will be able to find out. And if you have a change of heart, Brown, I'll be here. I don't go anywhere. I'm always here. I promise I won't hurt it.
Gonna happen.
I'll give it back to you.
Very attached to it.
I see. Okay. All right, fair enough. I will let you go. Just hurry back. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
So, question.
When we come back, how can we get in much easier than this time?
Everything's been opened.
The door was opened and you walked right in. I don't know. That was pretty easy. Wasn't that easy? That was easy. Yes. Was that easy? It seems easy.
Is there a way for us to call you when we return? So that you just open the door, we don't have to try to throw Cade?
He looks over at Cade looks over at Nevi and goes, "We can have her go really crazy again."
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll trust me. I'll let you in. I know you now. Zachariah will let you in.
So,
I will be here.
what's with the giant crystal sword you got sitting over there?
Oh, and you notice it kind of floats up into the air and turns around. He says, "Oh, that? You never know." And then it sits back into its cradle.
Mine doesn't do that.
You never know, huh?
That's what she said.
All right.
But you better hurry.
Dirty old
You better
hermit.
hurry. That's right. So,
I don't want to know what he's doing with that sword.
um, but time is of the essence. And I see that she gave you a location crystal. Let me see that, please, please.
Okay.
And he takes it, and he moves over to one of the little triangles, and he sets it in the center. And he starts putting different crystals up there. He puts an orange one, and he puts a brown one, and then he puts a yellow one. And you can see energy seems to flow into the crystal. And then he hands it back to you. He says, okay, this will help you. This will lead you. Picture in your mind where you want to go. This will only work one time, but picture in your mind where you wish to go. And this will speed you on your way.
Okay, I do it. I want to go to the temple.
Okay?
Or the tomb.
All right. And all of a sudden you can feel, just like it did before, it seems to be wanting to go in that direction.
All right.
So I guess we kind of head back down to the horses and get mounted up and go.
All right. Okay, now it's getting dusk. So do you want to head out now, or do you want to head out in the morning?
He said it was urgent, so we'll head out now.
Okay. So y'all ride through the night, and it takes you, you don't really run into anything, and you're getting back into the hills again, into the nice rolling hills. And so you can see the terrain looks very much like you went through when you first found the temple. And you come up over a rise, and you can tell you're getting close by the different terrain. And she told you to look for the mountains in the distance. There was a certain peak you were supposed to follow. You're coming at it from a different angle, so you can see as you get closer, you can see that peak off to your right. And you come around up over a hill, and you see
I believe this is where we need to change views. So bear with us, guys. We may have to do a little bit of camera movement and tweaks here.
Oh yeah, we're in all the wrong spaces.
Yes, we are.
Oh, are we?
Soren is not Rick. Let's see. Let's put morale there.
All right, we're all correct on mine.
I still gotta find Rick's camera. Hold on.
So you come up over one of the hills that you recognize, and so you've left your horses. You realize you would need to get off the horses, and you've crept up, and you're peering over the edge, and you're in a gentle rolling hills, trees, shrubs, and you see the opening to the crypt. You also see the bodies of two tieflings kind of piled up over to your left, and you see two tieflings leaning up against the hill outside of the entrance, and they're talking to each other. They just seem to be engrossed in conversation.
All right, well, Nevi's going to kind of take off stealthily to the right and kind of try to circle around to get a vantage point on the hill.
So, like this?
I want to go up over another hill that's nearby.
Okay. So you get to a point over around there.
Somebody learned from our last encounter.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna circle around from the other direction.
So you're going to go this way?
Yep.
All right.
Are we?
Do what?
About how far are we?
You're probably, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. You're probably about 70 feet right where you're at right now.
Okay. I'll ready my light crossbow.
Okay. All right, Pam?
I'm gonna follow Nevi's lead and try and sneak around, get a little closer.
Okay. All right. So, y'all, you basically see what's in front of you. You just tell me where you want to go, and everybody roll me a stealth check that's trying to move stealthily.
All right, just 1 second, and I will get there.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay.
I'm glad I'm not by her.
Nevi?
And that was Nevi got the
I mean,
17.
Cade?
23.
23. Okay. So, are y'all, Cade and Pan, are y'all staying together? How far apart do you want to be? Cade took off first, so you would have been following him.
Yeah, I would have been a little bit of the way behind him.
But you've kind of lost sight of him because he's trying to be real stealthy and he's doing a real good job of it.
Yeah.
So you're not sure where exactly he went to. Cade, where do you want to be? Where is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to basically come up the side of the hill. So if you look at the little brush that you have down there near your hand, he's going to go through that and then kind of sneak up to the side of the hill up by that tree that's up the high side.
So you're going to be up on top here.
Yep.
Okay. Nevi, where did you wish to get to?
I want to be behind that tree that's closest to the hill on the ground there.
All right, there. Okay. All right. And Pan.
I cannot actually see that camera at the moment.
Oh,
So give
you're
me
right
just
here?
a second.
Oh, okay. And while we're doing that, let's just go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah. Oh, sneaky, no stabby.
All right. So what do we got? Anybody beat a 20?
Not even close.
All right. What about a 15?
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 2.
Now I roll well.
You rolled a 19. Okay.
Yep.
And Morale rolled a 2. Nevi, what'd you roll?
10.
10. And Cade?
6.
6.
That's with the
Okay.
+4.
Okay. So, Pam, you're moving, and you notice that you are trying to move around a hill,
Mm-hmm.
and you step on you are paying attention to them, and you're trying to see Cade at the same time. You think you caught a glimpse of Cade, and you're looking, and you don't see the brush, and you kind of trip, and you're right over here by this shrub, and you kind of fall out into view. And you see, and so you've just fallen out into view. What would you like to do?
Well,
And you think they may have seen you.
okay, but I fell right next to. Is that bushes right next to me?
That's bushes
To the
right
left?
here.
I'm gonna do my best to kind of, roll back into the bushes as quick as I can.
Okay. All right. Roll me another stealth check then.
Just turn into a cat and pretend like.
A 10 that time.
A 10.
A
Okay.
10.
You
You
don't?
see the two tieflings turn. They kind of stand up. They were leaning, and they start talking to each other, and they're walking in your direction.
Oh,
They're kind of
man.
spreading out.
Okay.
All right. Nevi, excuse me. Yeah, Nevi.
Um, the one that's closest to me, how far away is he?
He's probably 10, 20, 30, 40, about 50 feet.
Excellent. He's not too far away. I reach out pull out my shield as the incidental, and I've got it kind of barred in front of me, and I reach out my my offhand and I let a ray of frost go toward him,
Okay. Roll
toward the
me.
one that's closest to me.
I believe that's a hit.
I believe you're right. Yep, I got a +5 to hit on that. We got a 16.
16. You miss.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's not great.
That is not great.
Okay. So it goes crashing in. All right, Cade, you just saw a ray of frost go crashing into the ground right around them. Are you going to move at all, Nevi?
I am going to, run around kind of that backside of that hill, right along the back wall of our terrain there.
Oh, you're gonna back up then. You're gonna run away.
Well, I'm going to try to kind of be hidden from view so he couldn't hit me with a ranged attack. I want to be like hidden by the hill.
Okay, so do you want to be? I'm just gonna move. You want to be over here? You want to be back there? You want to move farther away, or you want to move closer?
I wish that my pointer, I wish you could see it, like right in the corner where the hill meets the wall right there.
So you're running away. Okay.
Yes, I'm hiding.
Okay. All right. Okay, Cade.
All right. So what are these guys? Are they carrying bows or crossbows?
No,
or...
they've pulled out swords, and these swords. One thing you notice about these swords, okay, they're wearing black cloaks. They appear to be wearing some type of heavy leather armor that has crystals in it, and it's banded. It's kind of a banded leather armor. They pull out swords as they started walking towards Pan, and blue light seems to flicker. A black blue light seems to flicker along the edges of these swords.
Ooh.
All right. So at that, Cade is gonna pull out his eldritch rapier, and he's gonna kind of focus on it a little bit and go, "Helm, I know you don't hear me very well anymore, but help me save my friend." And reach out his hand and try and push an eldritch blast, towards the closest target.
Okay. All right. Roll.
22.
That's a hit.
All right. So that would be 5. 5 points.
5 damage. All right. Okay. Are you moving?
Yes, I'm going to try and move back up to the tree and hide.
Hang on.
So everyone's running away. Okay. Pan, you're on your own.
Oh, you just bumped your
Hey.
camera.
Time out real quick. Cade, I think because your character is level 5 that your Eldritch Blast is a 2d8.
Is it based on level or is it based
It's-
on warlock level?
It's based on character level.
Because according to D&D Beyond, I'm still showing a 1d10. Give me a second here.
If D&D Beyond is showing it, then it's right.
Two
I
beams.
just know that-
Okay. So it is based on character level, so it's not carrying over to the effect. So it is 2 beams. It is an extra d10. So one
Okay.
second. Let me
Yeah,
add.
because I noticed on D&D Beyond
Fair.
my Ray of Frost is a 2d8. So
Yeah, my stuff is now 2 as well.
even though my Sorcerer is only level 2.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing is, it is saying that at 5th level, there's 3 beams. Sorry, at 5th level, there's 2 beams, and 3 at 11. So it's not giving me anything about whether it's character level or whether it's warlock level.
I wonder if each
But-
of those is a separate attack because it's 2 different beams.
It shouldn't be. Like I said, the thing is just under the effect where it sets of the cantrip, it's just telling me 1d10. So I didn't. That's why I was looking at it like it was maybe warlock level.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that to Rick. Rick, how do you wanna rule that? Is it gonna be based on warlock level or is it based on character level?
We'll do it character level.
All right. Then the damage is 10. All right. So now we know to roll. Now we know how we're gonna roll with that. So it's good.
Okay. All right. Morale?
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of that, just so that we know what's going on with it, you can direct the beams at the same target or different targets, and you make a separate attack roll for each beam.
Okay, so he gets 2 beams.
Yeah. Now, if you want to, like, if he's shooting them both at the same guy, just one attack roll to speed things up. I think that's plenty fair.
Okay.
All right. Let's just go that route for right now. It all is at one person.
Yeah.
And
For
then
sure.
my hide roll is a 21.
Nice.
21. Okay. Brown.
I will fire my crossbow at the one that's slightly closer to me.
Okay. All right. That's not the one that Cade hit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Go ahead.
That's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yay. And then damage is going to be 4. And I
All
don't-
right. Okay. Pan, back to you.
Woohoo! Okay, well, I guess these guys have seen me, obviously. If they're walking towards me, I'm gonna guess.
Well, they know something's going on now.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know
yeah,
if they've spotted
obviously.
you. If you wanted a stealth roll, you could.
Could I? Do I still have a chance to hide better?
It's all up to you. It's all up to everybody. Everybody is trying to hide. It's like, okay, so, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it would be better for me to run now before they get up to me and have an opportunity attack. Because,
Well, they won't have an opportunity attack on you if you run away right now, but
Right. That's what I'm saying. I need to figure out now whether I need to run.
you can always change into your animal form.
That's true. I'm gonna actually kind of like peek through the bushes and like stick one hand through. And I am going to cast, frostbite at one of them, the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
And that's a saving throw.
All right.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
14.
And he fails.
Woohoo! So he takes 2 damage.
Sorry,
Two
you and your
damage.
dice.
I'm sucking today. I don't know what's up. I'm gonna put these in the corner.
Last
the
time we
corner
were
of
in
the table we
studio,
don't
you were
use.
struggling too.
Yeah, I don't like that. I need to get some new dice.
Well, I know the perfect person to go talk to.
I know. Need those glow in the dark ones.
Okay. So they are basically turning around and they are looking around and they're talking to each other. And he moves forward. And he is basically standing right there. So Pan. He's going to take a swing at you.
Yay.
And he hits.
Yay.
And he does 3 points of damage, slashing damage.
Okay.
And you feel an electrical charge of
Ooh.
cold, dark, life-sucking energy.
Ooh.
come pouring, like pulling you into the sword for another 8 points.
Okay.
Give me one of them.
What's that?
And when you get close up, you're like, oh, this is going to be tough.
Yeah, not great.
Okay, so we're back to you, Nevi. It's too bad you don't know anybody
Yep.
that's really good armored up that could take these guys on in a fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, we got 2 tanks in this party. That's all I'm saying. Move me close to them by 30 feet. Yep. And then, to spell or not to spell?
You can attack or you can get closer. You can get to engaged range, but you cannot get to engaged range and attack unless you have a bonus action.
Right. I am thinking that I'm gonna unleash a chaos bolt at. No, I'm gonna do another ray of frost.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's better. 19.
That hits.
19 hits. So we got 2d8s. And that's going to be 10 damage, and his speed is reduced by 10
Okay.
until the start of my next turn.
All right. Okay.
And I shout, "Hey, over here!" Wham!
Cade.
All right. Cade is going to pull out his crossbow as his incidental and launch a bolt at the guy that is closest to Pan there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fire away.
I rolled a 22 to hit,
That will hit.
and because I'm coming out of a hide and she is within 5 feet,
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
he has taken 21 points of damage.
Oh.
That's why we bring the rogue.
Oh. All right.
I guess since I see that they're next to her, I will do the crossbow bolt at that guy.
Okay.
Ooh, that's probably not going to hit. A 9?
No.
Close.
Not even.
Okay, Pam. We're back to you. What would you like to
Alrighty.
do?
Well, now he's hitting me. Now I'm mad. So I'm gonna cast Flame Blade at 2nd level. I'm gonna try and hit this dude. I'm
Okay.
swing at him. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, cool. I like that. Do I have enough force to not use the ones that have failed me already? I don't.
But the other ones are just waiting to do good. They're
only
struggling
have-
in the background.
I only have 4 sets of dice, and I need 3.
I only have 4.
So- Only 4. That is 10 damage.
Ooh.
Yes, that's a little better.
All right, he's starting to look a little bit hurt. And he turns and he shouts, does anybody speak Infernal?
Let me. Yes, I do. Why?
You do.
Why do I have Infernal on my list?
I don't know.
But I do.
And he turns and he shouts, the guy that just got hit, he turns and he shouts, go warn the others.
Well, that can't be good.
Let's see. 10, 20. And he gets to right there.
Now, is that with his minus 10 speed?
He dashed. Yep, that is with his minus 10 speed. Otherwise, he'd already be in the cave.
Excellent.
And he takes 2 swings at you. What is your armor class, Pam?
It is. Give me 1 second. 11.
11?
Yeah.
Oh man, darling.
Yeah.
I hope you got a lot of hit points. You made a bad mistake coming here today. And he
Yeah.
tells you that in common. Ooh. Ooh.
Rick generally gets pleasure out of hurting us, so
Yeah, this is not
Um,
great. You guys, the crazy thing is, I had just had a dream like 2 nights ago about us getting like a guest DM who came in and just shot Pan dead. Just like
And then you find out
immediately.
it wasn't a guest GM.
Yeah. So if this happens, I'm going to be disappointed, but not completely surprised.
14 for the first hit.
Jeez. Okay. 14 points of damage?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay.
And 10 for the second one.
Oh, boy. Okay.
you might need to
Alright.
turn into a bear.
Yeah.
All right, Nevi.
Yeah.
Nevi is going to run up the side of this hill and come down in front of this guy and hit him with his shield.
Okay. If you go over the hill, you won't have enough room to make it.
Okay?
You could run around the hill, and you would be able to get with engaged range. Are you trying to get where? Where do you want to be in next to him?
I want to be in front of him so he can't get by me.
Okay, you have enough movement. You can do that.
Okay? With just my move?
Yes.
Okay, then I hit him with the shield.
All right.
Oh, I
Roll the
swing
hit.
at him with the shield. We'll see if we hit. And that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And we're going to go ahead and tack on a level 2 Divine Smite on top of that.
Ouch.
So let me make sure I know how much that is. That's Divine Sense. That's not what I want. So we're going to be doing 4 of these D8s. $20 damage.
Ooh. All right.
And I just stand there with the shield in front of me.
And he smiles at you. Stance. Okay.
I'm not very good at dancing.
Well, then you're not going to last very long. Cade.
Cade, like a screaming banshee, comes flying over the top of this rock down on top of old boy that just squared up with Nevi.
All right, make me an athletics check.
Lunging his rapier at him.
Okay.
An athletics check. Okay.
Well, you're leaping about 30 feet off the side of this hill.
All right.
I'm
so,
expecting a full cannonball.
this is a 19.
A 19, okay. You were able to hit him, but that's just to not hit, you're able to keep your balance, and you were trying to hit him. So now roll me a to hit.
All right. I already went ahead and rolled all that, so it was a 17 to hit.
You miss.
Wow.
Oof.
Yikes.
I think they're sitting at an 18 or a 19 AC. With
Yeah.
leather armor, that's impressive.
Well, when you're standing in front of him, you notice it's a banded, there's iron bands with crystal.
That was kind of brutal, because that was going to be a nice little...
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Little coup de grace there.
It looked cool in my head until I, didn't do it.
Fair enough.
It still looked cool. You just didn't hurt him.
You,
Also true.
I'm just amazed you leapt off of the side and didn't hurt yourself. You notice that it's blue black crystal studded leather armor with iron bands, and they're wielding they also have a shield that is also similar.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew they were wearing like the black cloak and the iron, or the leather armor. I didn't know they had shields. I must not have paid attention to that.
I didn't explain. They're small.
So-
They're small bucklers, basically.
Okay.
But
So
Gotcha.
with my bonus action, I'll kind of roll off to the side and try and hide right there in the corner of that rock.
roll me your to hide.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm only good if I hide.
That's
Wow.
not true. You're good if I'm within 5 feet as well.
All right, hide was a 17.
17. Okay. All right, Mao.
I cast hold person on the guy going into the cave.
Ooh. Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw. 12.
What was it?
What's the DC? 12 is what I rolled.
The
Oh,
DC
higher than 12.
14.
14. Okay. He's frozen in place. Oh, Pan.
All right, so is that same guy still trying to
No,
Fight
no,
me?
he's decided that he really likes you and he doesn't want to swing at you anymore. So as far as you know, you're fine. It's all good.
Okay, but he hasn't moved away from me, correct?
No, it's not
Okay.
his turn.
Hashtag
great.
sarcasm.
Right.
Sorry,
For
I'm
me-
trying to read and figure out what I'm doing and also ask questions. Okay, so I'm gonna wild shape into a black bear.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I'm over it and I need some hit points. So, and
And y'all don't forget that you had those 10 temporary hit points from the Heart of Morena when you spent the night there. She said that those would last. They did not go away. They would last until they were used. So everybody has 10 temporary hit points.
Wow. Okay.
that's good to know. Then I am not as bad off as I thought I was. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I know you had like 40 points down.
I was
30
down
something?
to I was down to 5 hit points. I have 40 max. So, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, not great. But I'm at 15 now. So I'm gonna wild shape and I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy that's in front of me. It's asking for my melee attack. That does not hit. Actually, I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I have to roll the right dice to attack.
Do you have the stats on your black bear?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
That was part of what I was searching up before.
No
So.
problem. Good.
Okay, well, one of them really fails and the other's a natural 20. So my bite attack is a crit.
Oh. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah. So let me roll. Or I guess that would have been my claws. Sorry.
Well, if it's your bite attack, it would be your bite attack.
Well, I get 2. I don't know that.
You get a bite and a claw, probably.
Okay, so my second one would have been my claws then. So it was my claw attack. I apologize.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. Okay. I'm rolling my damage for that. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, 7 damage.
That's with a crit?
It's not great.
No.
Are you?
Okay. All right. Ow. You're full of surprises. And he takes 2 swings at you. What's your armor class in bear form?
I'm still 11.
Yeah.
Okay. He misses with 1 and he hits with 1.
Okay.
Oh, 22.
Okay, well, I'm no longer a bear.
Really? 22? Oh yeah, bears don't have a ton of points though. Dire wolf is always your best for hit
Yeah.
points. The
I thought
dire
the bear
wolf
had
is the
like
way you want to
30.
go.
I thought the bear had like 35.
No,
Yeah.
Black
19.
Black bear has 19. I
Yeah, the dire wolf has 37 hit points.
I don't know that that's my
That's a
my
challenge.
challenge rating is it's challenge 1. I can't do
Yeah,
that yet.
dire wolves are challenge 1.
I think I can only do up to challenge 1/2.
Yeah.
Are you Circle of the Moon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, at 5th level.
If you're Circle of the Moon, then you can do challenge 1 up to level 6, and then you get challenge 2.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
what the heck? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
Yeah,
I thought you were in a brown bear.
Okay, got you. See, I misunderstood that then. That was my bad. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
I have not played a druid before. This is my first
I'll-
go around with that.
Yeah.
I'll
It would
give
be
you
the.
I'll give you the brown bear.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. The black bear is only 19, but the brown bear has 34 hit points
Yeah.
and a much bigger attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
crit.
Okay. So
Definitely.
all right, so we'll say you're a brown bear.
Okay. Should I re-roll damage then?
We'll leave the
Keep that?
damage,
Okay, that's fine.
but your hit points. So
Yeah.
okay,
Not be quite so bad. So okay.
okay. Nevi.
Nevi, is the guy in front of me a hold person? Does that stop him from attacking?
Yes. Until he's hit.
I thought it just stopped him from moving. I didn't realize it stopped him from.
No,
from
it
being
freezes
moving.
him. He can't do anything.
Okay, interesting. Does he look like he may die soon?
No. Well, he may die soon. He looks like he'll die soon because you're standing around him with swords, fixing to hit on him. But you know.
I don't have a sword. What are you talking
So
about?
he's paralyzed. Can I coup de grace him?
Rick,
So what?
he does a wisdom save each turn. It's not when he gets hit. It's a wisdom
Oh,
turn.
I thought it was only when he got hit. It's every turn.
Wisdom save each of his turn.
All right. Well, he rolled a 13.
Nope.
Okay, he's still frozen.
I am gonna grab his sword out of his hand,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stab him with it.
Okay.
I personally
ahead,
would have
roll.
said undress him.
All right, my
That's one way to
attack
do it.
roll is a 24.
That's a hit.
What do I roll for damage?
I'll roll the damage for now.
He doesn't want you to know this, sir.
Yeah, no, I stick this thing. I take it out of his hand and I stick it straight up under his armor, up through his shoulder, if possible.
Okay. And it does quite a bit of damage. He is no longer stunned. And
I'm
you
debating.
take 6 points of necrotic lightning damage. Now, because you're wielding this thing, your shield will not protect you from this damage.
Okay.
Okay. Now you believe that if he'd hit you with it, your shield would have kicked in.
Yeah,
But
sure,
because
sure,
you're
sure,
the
sure.
one wielding it, it's basically
Interesting.
it drains the life from you as you attack with it.
Could I assume that it's doing the same to them? Like, it's draining their life to deal more damage?
You have no idea.
Interesting. That is a really
Seems-
interesting cursed sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
I let it go. I mean, that's that.
But you actually he drops dead
Oh, nice.
because
Yes.
any paralyzed creature, it's a crit. It's an automatic crit, so you would have done double the damage. So
Okay.
he
Good to
falls down. He's dead, and the electrical energy just seems to pulse through him, and his eyes just literally explode out of his
Oh
head.
gosh. Oh,
and he falls to the ground with black ooze running down his face.
I wiped the eye juice off of my own face,
It covers your shield.
and I'm gonna take off his coat and roll the sword in the coat
Okay.
so that I can kind of keep it safe. I don't want to use it again, but I think that it would be worth letting what's his face examine this thing.
Okay. All right, Nebby.
Centerfold.
Cade.
So Cade, realizing that this guy is just dropped in front of him, is going to kind of quickly spin back around and launch off a crossbow bolt over towards our last remaining target.
Okay, are you going to drop your sword and pull, because you jumped on him with your sword, and so you'll have to pull your crossbow. You're going to have to.
Well, my hex blade just disappears.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. That's right, because it's magical.
Yep.
So, okay. All right. Fire.
So I will launch off a bolt. That would be a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. $16 points.
16 points. Okay. Pan, you're over there engaged with him, and all of a sudden you see him. He gets a strange expression on his face, and he looks down, and you can see the tip of a crossbow sticking out of his chest. And he looks at you, and he just goes, "It's not my day." And he crumples to the ground.
Everybody just hears this weird growly cough. It's me laughing in bear form.
All right. So you have 4 dead tieflings.
I
We
guess
throw the other 2 on the pile.
yeah, we continue the pile of our
Yeah.
dead.
Loot them all.
Yeah.
Oh yes, do they have anything
Take what
else
they
of
have.
value?
The small shields are kind of nice.
Are
They
plus
probably
one?
do what?
Are they +1 or anything?
No, you don't think so.
Okay.
They're
Do
just
they
Ornate.
give you the normal shield bonus or
yes. They give you the normal shield
the
bonus.
normal +2?
Yes,
Oh wow.
They're just ornate.
Yeah.
All right.
and you think that they give you that bonus just because of how they're constructed. They're very finely constructed, but they are small.
Okay.
Okay. You find about 60 gold between the 2 of them.
Okay, that's 15 each, man.
Okay.
Cha-ching.
All right. So, what would you like to do now?
Order a pizza.
Well, we need to go in and get the crystal dust, correct?
Before we go further, I heard one of them shout in the infernal tongue to warn the others. That's why I jumped in front of this guy.
Oh,
This is not going to be as easy as we anticipated.
well, I suppose some healing might be. Oh, I'm a bear. I can't talk right now. I'm a bear. You guys just see me waving my
And I'm
hands.
over here. Yeah, bear?
If you call me, I'll come heal you.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you hear her say, "Picnic basket."
You've had so many voices that sound like Yogi Bear, Rick. That was not one of them.
Guys. I know, I'm kind of almost giving up. I used to think I was pretty good with voices, but once I started this, I realized,
Once you
keeping-
started podcasting.
yes, I used to be able to do great voices. You think this would hone my skills? It just confuses me.
I was good until they all turned into a Russian-born Jamaican. I don't know. I mean,
That destroyed me. Moringa ruined me.
Thorin, you get 11 hit points.
Thank you.
If you need more, I can use my Paladin Divine Health as well.
I should be okay for now. I'm at 26. If I need to, I can cure wounds myself as well.
Mm. So I lose 6 of my temporary hit points. This sword also, when I struck him with it harmed me, and I think in harming me, it did extra harm to him.
Hmm.
I think it used some of my life force in order to boost its ability.
Well, that could be. Again, I'm still a bear. I keep forgetting I'm a bear. I can't say anything.
It's
Yeah.
your bear has a monocle on?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll just use this one.
Yeah.
So you need someone that can speak with animals.
Right?
Dance,
was so
bear,
funny
dance.
When we were doing the TigerCon, and Jason was playing who was the
Swedish
Muppet?
chef.
Yeah, the Swedish chef, and he's doing all this stuff. And I said, I comprehend languages, and he said, oh, in that case, I'm saying, and then he starts just rattling all this stuff. It was so funny.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, I think I want to peek into that entrance room, see if there's anything else, anything that we can see from the doorway.
Okay, you peer in, and you see, if you remember, it was a short hallway. It was about 10 foot by 20 foot, and it opened up into a much larger room.
Okay.
I would like to sneak in around the corner and see what I can see.
Okay. So, you, it's about a 10 by 20 foot. On each wall, you remember there are crystal mosaics. The one on the right shows many different races and chains being driven by devils, tieflings, and black crystal men. The wall on your left shows a black and red robed tiefling sitting on a throne of bones, and he wears a crown of bones. He has an ornate rod topped by glowing black crystals. The rod and crystals slightly extend from the wall. Before him are a dwarf and a dragonborn submissively kneeling, their arms outstretched, coming together, palms up, and their crossed hands actually extend out from the wall in the mosaic. Below and to either side of, and they're below and to either side of the black crystal rod. The dragonborn hand, before, if you remember, it held a degraded red crystal, and the dwarf held a degraded yellow crystal. But now they're both holding fresh crystals that seem to be glowing with energy, and the whole mosaic has a slight glow to it.
Ooh.
So it's still active.
Before it was not active.
Go
ahead.
I don't think I have a precedent for this, but I want to roll like religion to see if I can assume anything about this.
Sure.
And I'll tell you what my assumption is based on my roll. Okay, I rolled a 16 after modifiers. I'm kind of assuming that whoever is here now are less... obviously, the guys that we fought were violent, but we kind of did swing first. I'm guessing that whoever's here now are more caretakers of these tombs than they are nefarious persons trying to do anything new.
Okay, and this is what your assumption is, so... And you're trying to decide whether you're right or not by rolling a religion check?
Well, I was trying to decide if Nevi would assume that based on that religion check. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying, like, would Nevi even think about this?
Okay,
which is why I rolled the check.
And what did you roll?
A 16.
A 16. You think that's balderdash. You think that whoever, even if they're caretakers here, judging from what you see, that whoever was here thrived on violence and subjugation.
Gotcha.
And death. So you would think that even if there were caretakers here, that would probably be about the same. Okay, so Cade, you're walking in stealthily?
Yes, I am.
Okay, roll me. Did you roll a stealth?
I
You've been
did.
rolling great stealth. What did you roll?
Yes, I rolled an even better stealth. This was a nat. Nat
A
20.
nat 20? Well, you picked a good spot to roll a nat 20.
Yeah.
You move down to the end, and what you see is you see a female tiefling in robes bending over. If you remember, the room opened up into about a 40-foot chamber, and before there were crystal skulls in each corner
Right.
that shot out beams of energy and created the crystal humanoids that you fought. And in the far right-hand corner, there was that hallway, the slide you liked so much. And at the entrance to that, there was some crystal. There was a crystal glyph. Now what you see is a tiefling dressed pretty much exactly like the two that you just fought. You see a female tiefling, and she seems to be walking around, and she's pouring crystal on the ground at the entrance to this hallway, this slide. And she's talking to herself, and she's mumbling, and you can roll me an investigation.
Investigation. Oh, this won't go well. 10.
10, okay. Now roll me a perception.
Now, that one might be a little bit better. Hold on. Not by much. No, 6.
6, okay. All right, you really don't have a clue as to anything. Oh, another cat.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
I found another kitty cat figure.
Oh, this one. When you look at her straight on, she almost looks like Two-Face. There's a straight
Yep.
line.
Yep, she's a
there.
little half-faced little kitty cat.
Oh boy.
My other kitty's a tortie.
I love my Torty. She's so sassy. So sassy. I love her.
Okay, so and you haven't gone into the room, right? You're just at the hallway.
Correct.
Okay. You remember that there was a barrier that crossed right at the edge of the hallway. There was an energy barrier. You can't tell whether it's active or not.
Okay. But what I can do is where I'm hiding, use my mage hand to grab one of those crystals out of the hands and chunk it out the front door.
Oh, out of the hands and chunk it out the front door?
Out of the
Yep.
mural.
Seems like a good idea at the time.
Okay.
I mean,
All right. You toss it out the front door, and you instantly see the little energy barrier go zip across the portal. And you see them look up. But you're hiding so well. And Nevi, where are you? Are you standing in the hallway, or are you still outside, or where is
I'm-
everybody?
I'm next to the mural, and I'm like, why is that crystal float? What's going? I don't know what's happening, but I was next to the mural.
Okay.
So I'm probably exclaiming because my intelligence is a -1. What the heck is going on up here? Who's moving those crystals?
The ghost.
And the female stands up and turns and looks in your direction. And I guess we need to roll initiative.
Hey, Rick, I'm going to ask a question before we pick up initiative here.
Yes,
We are creeping ever closer to 10 this evening.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. So,
Is this a good breaking point?
probably so. So the female tiefling stands up and she turns in your direction and she's casting a spell. And I
Yeah,
think,
but I rolled a 20.
I rolled a 21.
oh, it's a good thing. Well, we'll re-roll next week when we get here, or when we get back together again. So yes, we will call it here. Yeah. If you remember before the the glyph that was created was drawing energy out of the hallway. When y'all showed up before and you found that glyph in there, you didn't disturb it, and it was drawing energy out of the hallway. And when you walked down that hallway, you saw ghostly images of yourself in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just leave you to ponder what she might have been doing. And at that, I think we will call it a night. I appreciate y'all hanging with us. We'll
Yep.
see you in a few weeks whenever we get back for
Yeah.
this.
And whenever we come back to this game, it's been 2 months since
It has, but we'll be on a regular rotation now for Piercing
Yeah.
the Crystal Veil.
Yep.
And we will see you then.
Yeah,
and
keep on adventuring.
What's on the agenda next week?
We don't know.
There we go. Well, we'll be doing something.
We'll be doing something. Keep an eye out.
All right.
There you go.
Have a good one. Keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring.
Good night.